Так, проверяем. Что у нас тут? Посмотреть на тело, да, почитать книжку, порасследовать, приготовиться к суду. Так, ладно. Опа. Даже книжки навыков есть, ни хрена себе. Прочитайте книгу отрут. Погнали. Смертельна змора. Небезпечне зілля, да? У нас воно тут есть. Потемніння в очах, сухість тіла, розслабленість м'яза. Отрута птаха пітогу. Так. Дуже рідкісна. Ага, то есть оно идет с этого, с птички. Но это долго делается. Это долго делается. Зелье здоровьянилости, да? Онемение, но это не смертельное зелье, вроде как. Поцелунок смерти. Так, пухыри. Так. Колысковое зелье. Это снотворное, да? Не,
Right. I've learned something about
не
poisons.
смертельное.
Now I should examine Chertan's body.
Так, хорошо. Давай засеемся. И погнали смотреть челебоса.
All right. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything, and forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. I suppose the murderer surprised him and didn't give him a chance to defend himself. Ah, what a stench! He coughed up some blood, all right, but he also threw his guts up. Ugh. There's no way I'm examining that. That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Several stab wounds in the belly, all close together and very deep. The murderer definitely knew what he was doing, though that hardly narrows down the field in an army camp. Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. There's nothing missing. Whoever killed him, it doesn't look like a robbery. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasm started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them? completely rigid, just like the arms. But, oh, Christ, what a stink! Ugh, he shot himself. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. Maybe the poison did that. That'll have to do. I found out enough. He had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Так, значит, у нас спазмы. Сухі тіла, розслабленість м'язів. Приготуйте трошки вимона. Так. Ну, похоже, кстати, на птичку, да? Во-во-во, все, это поцілунок смерті. Вот написано, що шкіра червоніє и вкрывается пухарями. Вот это Генри говорил, что у него покраснение с бородавками, да? Груди стискаются в пазнях, а нігті латаются. Значит, это у него конвульсии были от этого зелья. С безаром, да? Не успели. Угу. То есть это поцілунок смерти, скорее всего, да? Поверніться до муси.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Поцілунок смерті.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertown was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
Я думаю, що це поцілунок смерті.
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book. But if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
Я думаю, що це воно.
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the two guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. But I cannot stop thinking about how brilliantly you dealt with Mishek. Why would someone with your abilities want to enlist? I do not suspect you of Chertan's murder, of course. Do not worry. It is all strange, though. People have just been sitting around for months here. And all of a sudden you turn up, and everything is turned
Чё, меня стал
upside down.
подозревать, да?
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Tell me the truth, my friend. Who are you? Really?
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased?
Тихо.
Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent.
How did you come to be in Sigismund's court?
That is a long story. I once served Sultan Bayezid. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people, the Sultan at the time received envoys from all over the world, so I was useful. But soon after, we found ourselves at war with Timur and his Golden Horde. Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then that Sigismund's messenger came to see the Sultan. And I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary as a goodwill gesture. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savages to cut my head off. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not show me the respect my position is worthy of. Instead of making me his counselor and physician, he sent me here.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing. I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I'd better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
А зачем мне искать намет Мусы, если я согласился, что я ему уже помогаю?
Well, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just a broom.
Пацаны. Вроде ничего не скрывает особо, да? Ну, значит, вороны, скорее всего, этот придворный. Я думаю, так.
Ugh, stinks of vomit.
Ну, обливались мужики, ничего. Так, а где у нас буква F?
Oak. And dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're...
Так, тихо. Есть у нас подсказочка. Что у нас
Covered in some kind of dirt.
сейчас в книге труд. По поцелунку смерти я что-то помню про закріпіть усе і перевірте залізним цвяхом. Угу. Якщо каламутна суміш повністю вкрила заліз, це означає, що воно проварене достатньо. Так что я уверен, что это он.
common soldier get so much money? Something stinks here. The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Hold on.
Цвяхи, розы, все.
Nails,
Да,
rose
да,
water,
да, да.
oak bark.
Все.
They're all used to brew kiss of death.
Так оно и есть. Значит, это чили-босс. Это чили-босс. Все, это мы угадали. Значит, мы с зельем правильно оценили. Пойдем сейчас к этому на всякий случай чили-боссу сходим, посмотрим.
May God give you help.
Отец Богумил. Так. Значит, его палатка, да?
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times.
Ну, он в долги ушел.
Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make dollmaker potion. But Chertam was poisoned with kiss of death.
Вот-вот. И я
Or
так
was
думаю.
he?
И я так думаю. Ничего криминального. То есть чел, скорее всего, просто идиот, который с Чертаном попал в долги. Вот это вот долговую расписку, что мы нашли, она выводила его в круг подозреваемых. Но при этом видно, что...
For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. Beautiful, but empty. No poison.
Трактаты, книжки. Ну, я не могу взломывать, правильно ж. Красть не будем. Че, мне еще тут надо что-то осмотреть? Ага.
There's nothing here. Moose is definitely not to blame.
Ну, это понятно было и так. Так, приготовьте. Все, поговорить. С кем, где мне теперь можно поспать, хлопцы? Таборовый Геральт. Чё, это моя палатка, что ли? Что мне тут написано? Да, реально. Интересно-то как. В принципе, тогда можно и переодеться. Как раз и поспать. Ну, то есть, скорее всего, это был точно Штепан.
You silly doggy.
Поэтому тут уже попроще будет. Понятно, чем отравили, понятно, кто отравил. В принципе, все понятно. Я
Right.
готовый.
I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Sir, people don't murder each other for no reason. They murder mostly for revenge or profit, and Musa had no motive. You can ask everyone in the camp. Musa never had any quarrel with Chertan.
But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by our corporal, Stephen, known as Crow.
What? Me? Fucking hell, Henry.
Crow? That one with the mustache?
That's right, sir. He's Katz's right-hand man. I bet they're both mixed up in it.
Nobody asked for your opinion, but I am eager to hear yours, lad. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
Crow crept up on Chertan in the night and tried to kill him. And others would no doubt have ended the same, because Crow is an enemy mercenary.
What bilge? I've known the man for years, sir.
He made it all up. Where's the evidence?
I don't need any proof, I just know. Crow is the murderer.
You just know. So, the next time you have what happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Блин,
Yes,
я
sir.
неправильно
I gave him wine to
суд
drink.
начал,
I
да?
prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
Стал
It seems
давить.
someone poisoned the poor fella.
Crow definitely poisoned the wine. Maybe Musa turned his back, and at that moment, he poured it into the goblet.
What do you think of that, Sir Musa?
It is not impossible. I had to go and get clean bandages and water to wash the wounds.
You're not gonna take this seriously, are you? Ha! Even if that happened to be true, where would I have got the poison?
You brewed it yourself. I found rosewater, nails, and oak bark in your tent. Stuff used to brew a poison called Kiss of Death. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
You fucker! I don't have any of those things!
That's enough! I've heard all I need to know. Katz, I hereby convict that corporal of yours for murder.
What?
Sir Grosov, have a gallows erected.
Leave me alone!
Don't make this harder than it need be.
Что-то
We
быстренькое
could have
правосудие
you
какое-то, да?
tortured, too.
You whoresons! Just try and catch me! You're in for an arse-kicking, you piece of shit! Ah!
Well, Lord Stieberitz, I'd say we've cleared everything up.
True. Get rid of the body outside the camp. He doesn't deserve to be buried with soldiers
Ну
who
ладно,
fell for the
нахамили,
king.
но вроде суд
And
выиграли.
I apologize to you,
Выиграли
Sir
суд.
Musa, for all this
Но надо было
unpleasantness.
аккуратнее,
My head
конечно,
will
вести.
remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
You needn't have been afraid of that. Your sort get hanged. It's a waste of a blade.
I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you. You aren't up to running the camp. Under these circumstances, I can't let you remain here unsupervised.
What? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. And look where your inaction brought us. I will take command for the moment.
Ого.
You can't do that.
Indeed, I can. And much more besides. I will live in the royal tent. I'm sure cats will be happy to leave it to me.
It's all yours. We won't be staying much longer anyway, will we, Henry?
About time.
Well, a lad helps with an investigation and it goes straight to his head. You won't be keeping that up for long, though. At Sedlitz, you can look forward to training so tough that you'll go cross-eyed. Go and pack your stuff.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time. Careful.
Факты, факты. Ну ладно, все, с Муссой разобрались. Чили-босс. Поздравляю. Что ты в порядке? Но это было не очень сложно. То самое главное было прочитать книжку и угадать зелье. Я думаю, если я просто зелье не угадал, я бы, скорее всего, суд проиграл. Так, где там мой? Коров тут пораставляли. Так, к Катюхе сходить, да? Главное, чтобы у нее там все нормально было. Что, спит еще? Зайка, сколько уже? 8 часов, а ты еще спишь до сих пор.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlitz.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cumans' asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything. So they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
Так, все, поехали. Кацу.
Let us take care of your weary body and soul, Sir Knight.
Вознярка, вознярка. Хотя бы так умыться. Так. Все, нормально. Все, можно отправляться на засаду. Будем отжимать пушку. Все, погнали, мужик.
All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. I still can't believe that Kyle betrayed us. Why the fuck didn't I notice anything earlier?
Nah, don't worry about it. He was one wily bastard.
In any case, the company's missing a corporal now. And I was thinking the post should go to someone capable. You may be new, but you've been a real help to me. And the lads will obey you. I'll make sure of that. What do you say?
What are a corporal's duties?
Not much. I take care of the weapons and powder. And the pay, too. But I need someone on hand who would muster the men, hand out tasks, and so on. The main thing is to make sure nobody slacks off, and not to come running to me with every stupid gripe.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes! What else, you dolt?
It'll be an honor, sir.
You can stick the sir where the sun don't shine. You must know by now I'm not keen on formalities. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Right, Corporal. Order the men to get onto the wagons.
Aye, sir.
Sedlitz awaits!
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with him,
Нехорошо, конечно, против деда драться, но что поделаешь.
Fuck you, whoreson! Come and get another! Come on! You got him! Take him on my own! There's more of them! Nice hit! No, you! You'll be sorry, fucker!
Been doing this for years, but you're the clumsiest of all. And under his thought.
Yourself!
Ну, хоть дедок остался в порядке. Правда, Жишку вырубили.
It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Look, don't leave yet.
Make it fast. Damn it, lads, get a move on. We'll never make it to Devil. You fucking traitor.
Calm down, or you'll faint again. You've lost a lot of blood.
What now? What are you going to do with me?
Go.
What?
Get lost, I said.
You think I'm going to forgive you for this? Next time, I'll take mercy on you?
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I did what I had to do.
Are you trying to convince me or yourself?
That you don't understand. This is about saving King Wenceslas. That's going to require a few sacrifices.
So, the end justifies the means, eh?
So, off you go.
This isn't over, lad. Got that? We'll meet again. What the fuck are you doing? You let him go!
I want to go to Devil's Den with you.
Hop onto the wagon then. You'll travel like a lord.
Ви пройшли більшу частину гри. Що це значить?
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much
Это,
longer.
видимо, конец
Another
второго
reason not to
акта,
stick
да?
around there and attack
Получается.
Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get
Ого.
ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
Ого. Пацаны собрались, да? Есть какие-то квесты? Шахтерский вроде квест остался только, да? Приготуйтесь до битвы. Роза, видимо, где-то в плену все-таки, да? Найманец Берта. Armiger Gagentrott.
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
My name's Henry, and I'm a friend of Zizka's. I came here to see who Brabant brought us.
Ja, ich weiß, wer du bist. Brabant spoke to my lord, Sir Urso, about you. He said you want to do something big. Worum geht es denn?
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you many details. I don't even know them myself. Zizka is being awfully secretive about it.
Macht nichts. Das ist egal. A war is meant to be fought, especially if you pay us well. Fürs Geld oder für die Freude?
What weapons do you have? And how many of you are there?
Entschuldigung, mein Freund. But you'd better talk about that with Herr von Morgenstern. Die ganze Truppe, including the horses, belong to Sir Urso.
All right. I'll ask him later.
Ganz wie du willst. And if you want to play some dice with me, I'm at your service.
Ну, давай сыграем.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
Давай с відзнакою. Максимальний. Сколько там? О, 300 император.
Emperors, and nothing else.
Let's
Давай.
play.
По-крупному.
Ich hoffe, das Glück steht mir bei.
8000.
got, lad.
8000, извините.
I hope you don't throw like that again.
Чел, сорен. Пользуемся поломанными механиками, пока не выпилили.
And you look like you can't count to 5.
Пользуемся поломанными механиками. Скористатися жетоном.
If you think it will help you.
7200 за раунд, охереть.
Diese. Hier. Schön. Was ist los? Oh, it's all yours. Maybe you should have saved it. Oh, what rotten luck. I won't get that one back.
Excuse me, but I'd like to ask you how many men you have with you, sir.
Meine Truppe ist nicht groß, but for your purposes, I think it will suffice. Außer den Leuten here in the camp, I also have Soldaten nearby, and if need be, they will go with us. Doch wir werden abwarten, according to what Hauptmann Schischka says.
And what did you agree with Goodman Brabant? How much did he promise you?
Enough to risk meinen Hals, my neck, for you. Half of the reward in coin, in advance, and half in booty on the spot. You pay for any losses of the horses and archers. If your plan fails, you shall pay us the rest of the money we would otherwise get.
So you already know what the plan is?
All I know is You want to capture some small fortress. You get inside, we take care of the rest. Kein Stürmen der Mauern und no sieges. Just a quick, clean job for my men.
What experience do your men have? Where have they fought before?
Das ganze letzte Jahr we fought in Italy for Sir Musio Sforza, and we wintered near Milan.
Who were you fighting against? And did you win?
Unfortunately, this time Il Capitano Barbiano was luckier and beat our Musio in battle. But it was not a bad year. Italien ist ein großartiges Land. I think we shall head south again in the autumn. I'm certain Milan will soon rise against Florence, and there'll be a new war.
What weapons do you have? What can we rely upon in combat?
Meine Truppe has the power of eine Lanze, and my people are experienced archers. We know how to take care of ourselves.
And how many of you are there?
Here in the camp, I have my Armiger Hagen Trott, 2 free archers and a combat hostler. Alles Gute und unerschütterliche Jungs.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Freund. Them sit there.
My God, lad. Why are you all covered in blood?
I'd like to use your services.
I can smell it from here.
Prepare me a hot bath and wash my clothes.
Great, but it'll cost you.
I'll gladly pay you.
All right then, let's get to it. Follow me. My respects.
It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Come here! Here you go. Take it. What awaits us at Malashov?
A short but nonetheless dangerous battle, in the best case scenario.
And in the worst?
Things go to fucking hell, and our worldly cares will be over. So prepare well, this really won't be easy.
Так,
I'll come back later.
видимо, это будет крупный бой, типа осады в Тальберге, поэтому сейчас посмотрим по вещам. Можно попродавать кузнецу. Так.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Так, продать. Шляхетський тисак. Взяли.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Книжка ловкости, прикольно. Индия. Пора. Засоби від бородавок. Креслення. Мисливський тесак. Тесак, широкий меч. Так, а где этот? Таманська, Риканарис. Ну ладно, странно, нету этой приколюхи. Что ты такой бегаешь, чел?
How are things looking at Malashov? How is Malashov?
Właśnie stamtąd wróciłem. Jedno wiem na pewno. Ten zamek ma kurwa słuszne obwarowania.
Could you slow down a bit? I'm trying to understand you, but I can't keep up.
O co ci chodzi?
This is going nowhere. I need Uher to translate.
Oh well. Now just this.
What is it? Do you need something?
Так, птачек, а что ты такое?
Why is it so important to capture Otto von Bergov?
Isn't it obvious?
Ну, это самый крутой шляхтич в районе.
Look, Otto von Bergov is the supreme chamberlain of this land. He's in charge of all the royal towns and monasteries, meaning he is worth his weight in silver.
So, it's ransom we're after?
Not quite. Von Bergov is one of the leaders of the League of Lords against the king. If we want the lords to free our king, we have to force them to do it, and capturing von Bergov would be the best way to do that.
And to think, until recently, you couldn't give a damn about politics. How does Zizka want to attack Malashov?
He didn't tell me much, but I got the impression it'll be a bit different compared to the usual tactics. A major operation.
Such secrecy. It almost seems like he doesn't trust us.
True. Zizka's being damn tight-lipped. But I don't blame the man. After Raborsh, Sigismund had a lot of our people arrested, and I'm sure a lot more are frightened. Any of them could betray us.
You think there could be a spy amongst us?
Doubtful. All of us here would gladly stab Sigismund in the gut.
Or that traitor von Bergov.
Brabant and I still owe him quite a bit of payback. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we take him captive.
What do you think about the Dry Devil?
Hinek. I think he's a right bastard. But I'd rather fight with him than against him.
So why does Zizka trust him so much?
Hinek is Yob's ally, and Sigismund is their common enemy.
Так, а где Катюха? Сидела что тут?
What is it? Do you need some...
Are you coming with us to Malashov?
And what would I do there?
What's wrong? Are you upset?
Am I supposed to be happy? Ah, for Christ's sake, you're all the same. Why do I even bother trying? You'll all just end up getting killed.
If you're talking about that plan, well...
Jan still thinks it'll be easy to capture von Berghoff. But I heard what Ada said.
What did he say?
That Otto von Berghoff has that fortress full of fresh mercenaries, armed to the teeth. My God! I should have slit his throat that time I had the chance at Trotsky.
Don't worry. It won't be that tough. Brabant mustered some experienced men. It'll be easier with them.
Men! Men! As if everything revolved around you.
Well, there's a war on. We have to fight.
Have to? You have to keep killing?
Look, I just wanted to...
I don't know what you want. I can't figure you out.
That makes two of us. What's changed? We've been fighting the whole time.
Nothing's changed. Except that with every passing day, you're risking more and more. Just... Just try not to get killed, Henry. In the meantime, I'll wait at the fortress in Sukdal. That's where we'll meet.
Угу.
Man, you'll never believe. I assume you won't be joining our offensive, right?
Under other circumstances, I would avoid battle. You're right. But this is personal.
Блин, не хочется
Otto von
братика
Berghoff
терять.
is responsible for that slaughter in Kuttenberg. It was he who advised Sigismund to attack my people.
So you want revenge?
They plundered the synagogue, murdered dozens of people. That Mamsa must pay. I will play with him like a cat with a mouse. He will beg for mercy, for a quick death.
Ох, я не уверен, что это...
Zizka will never allow you to do that. Von Bergov is worth too much.
Fuck Shiska then.
Напился, чел.
It was I who got the money for everything. So no one is going to tell me what I can and cannot do. What about you? Why are you willing to fight?
Otto von Bergov deserves punishment for everything he's done.
So we see eye to eye on him.
Aye. Von Bergov is nothing more than a swine, brother. And if there's anyone that can get him, then it's Zizka and the devil. That's why I'm going with them to Malashov.
What do you think of our band of outcasts?
Well, I cannot say I expected to end up in this kind of company. I am more used to royal courts or at least wealthy burghers. But a man must accept his destiny as it comes.
One beer.
What do you think of Zizka?
Le Chevalier Jan? Well, he's not doing badly for a minor nobleman, but I think he will never be accepted among the higher nobles and knights. That takes a lot more. Mark my words. I am a good judge of people.
Все готовили. Катерина не дає мені спати? Ого.
I can't get Catherine out of my head. I don't understand her. I'm sure you have more experience of love than me. What do you make of her? Why is she with us?
Она Жишку любит, я думаю.
You're right. I am a connoisseur of love like I am of wine. But for my taste, Mademoiselle Catherine is of somewhat aged vintage. Though, I have to admit she's full-bodied and fragrant.
That's not really what I meant. Why is a woman like her with us?
Là est la question. I had the feeling something terrible happened to her
Ну да, да.
in the past.
So do I. But what?
I have no idea. But she's fond of you, if you ask me. Try asking her, and maybe something will come of it. L'amour.
Oh, come on.
L'amour.
I am a good judge of people, trust me. L'amour.
L'amour.
What do you think of Sir Hinek?
Ah, le diable sec. A capable chevalier. But I do not trust him. There is treachery in his eyes.
You think so?
My
Стрёмный
instinct
чел.
rarely lets me down.
Да, я тоже думаю, что это стрёмный чел.
How do you get on with Sir Hans?
Oh, young Lord Chapon may be inexperienced and hot-headed at times, but he's the one of the few here who knows how to play chess. And I have a great respect for chess players. Needless to say, he has not managed to beat me yet. Godwin and Zizka can also play.
Wow.
And that devil in press clothing beat me. Merde.
Godwin?
Have you met Godwin?
The priest who is very skilled with a sword. Priests should not be such good swordsmen. That is what knights like me are for. In addition, he can play chess just as well as he wields a sword. And in drinking wine, he beats even the best Frenchmen. A man of talents. Or perhaps the devil is behind it.
Факты, факты. Классно всех описывает на самом деле. Похоже, кстати, на то, что как Минтара в Балдуре описывал компанийцев. По фактам.
Have you had the chance to meet my half-brother yet?
Samuel, it is strange that he joined your, our group. It is not usual for his people. But he's certainly a good reinforcement.
How do you get on with Janosch and Adder?
Oh, those two. Once in Kuttenberg, I also had a servant who pretended not to understand me and thought I did not understand him when he spoke German in my presence. But he was wrong. He is no longer my servant.
What do you think of Kubyenka?
A good warrior. But he has no morals and no manners, like all mercenaries.
Well, I don't think he cares much about that.
And that is just the problem. How can you trust a man who does not want to be a knight?
Tell me, how did the siege of Kuttenberg go?
Ah, mon ami, poorly, poorly. But what could I do? Stand down from leading the defense like a coward? After all, I had to live up to my reputation. And at the time, it did not look hopeless at all. I thought it would be enough to stall Sigismund for a while before the Allied army arrived. And that would not have been so difficult.
Only no army arrived.
Précisément. The hope for a swift end melted away, and the courage of the burghers along with it. I, who fought in 5 countries, was relieved of command, arrested, and handed over to Sigismund.
What other countries have you fought in?
In Italy, against the English, here of course, and I will tell you about the others another time. In the meantime, however, I can pass on some of my experience to you. After all, I am not getting any younger, so it is time to pass my wisdom on to future generations.
I'd like to learn.
It will take some time, and a few groschen, mon ami. Acquiring my art came at great cost, so I cannot pass it on for free. Especially now, when I have been injustly stripped of my possessions, and I must rely only on my sharp wits. Ainsi va le destin. So, what would you like to know?
Sir Vaclin, no doubt you're a master of melee weapons, but are you good with a bow?
Am I good with a bow, mon ami? You should see me hunt in the forest of Ardennes. I once hit a bison in the eye at 200 paces. You will never be that good, of course, but I will show you how to do it. And I think, with my instruction, you should manage it at perhaps 80 paces. Allons-y, mon ami. Let us not waste any time.
You'll never believe what luck I had yesterday.
Who did you defraud this time? Admit it.
What do you mean, defraud? I returned honestly. Not far from Grund here, I found a nice little horse. So, I take him to the farm, and there's some high and mighty fella there saying his bay had run off.
And you just handed it over to him and thanked him to boot, eh?
Actually, I suggested he play a game of dice, and the winner gets the horse.
It's a wonder he didn't have you locked up straight away.
Well, that came next. You see, he didn't know how to play. But lucky for me, I had the horse, not him.
Will you join our attack on Malashov?
You'll attack? I hope it won't be too bad, will it? But I've heard Zizka knows how to deal with von Burgo.
So I can count on you?
Unfortunately, Zizka got here before you. I'm to take Catherine to Zuchtdal.
Well, that's a serious thing. I don't know if you're up to the task by yourself, mate.
Exactly. I'd rather go into battle.
And then listen to an angry Catherine, right?
Aye, something like that. In any case, break a leg, Henry. I hope you get that bastard soon.
So, mon ami, are you ready to go and capture le Seigneur von Berghoff?
Me? Yeah. But I hope your mercenaries will be up to the job.
Ne t'inquiète pas, mon ami. Le Seigneur Morgenstern can always be relied upon.
Who is this Morgenstern?
C'est un bon ami à moi. We met years ago au Grand Tournoi de Lorraine, at the estate of the Duke there.
Can he be trusted?
Le Chevalier Morgenstern is not only a warrior, but also a serious patron of the heart. A man of renown.
Where does this Morgenstern come from?
From Broswig. His ancestor fought for Emperor Charles. A good house, mon ami.
So why is he earning a living as a mercenary?
C'est une triste histoire. He lost considerable estates due to his relatives and battles in Eastern Prussia.
So he became impoverished?
In truth, it was more his passion for art that led him to ruin.
How did you find Morgenstern?
Pendant que vous étiez chez les Hongrois, I went to Kuttenberg. Le Chevalier Morgan... The king has run out of coin.
So he's just an ordinary mercenary?
Not ordinary. He's a renowned condottiere.
What do you know about the attack on Malashov?
You're asking the wrong fella, Henry.
Do you think we stand a chance of taking von Bergov?
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Zizka and the devil. Although I'm not saying it'll be easy. Or that I approve.
How's that?
God doesn't lead us by the hand. We have to find our own path to him. Or at least try to. And I'm not sure just how much divine mercy that pair deserve.
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
I'm back. Can we go now?
Good. The task won't wait. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
I'll wait with you. How about we knock back a few cold ones in the meantime?
I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear head. But once we have von Berghoff locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry.
So I say him, what do you expect when you drink like fish? Fish is not able to walk either.
And then he threw you out?
No, he cannot, because...
Ah, vous êtes là. What is happening, Capitaine?
A mam nadzieję, że kurwa przeżyjemy.
Pojebało cię?
Enough of the chit-chat. I want to know if we're gonna get to work, Zizka.
We shall. No reason to wait. Von Berghoff won't stay in Malashov forever.
So tonight?
Before dawn. Even the dogs will still be snoring. And we'll have plenty of time to move.
I can't wait.
Sorry to disappoint you, Hinek. I need you in the village.
Oh, fuck. I was looking forward to that, Cannon.
Hey, Kubienka. You were in the artillery in Sempak, weren't you?
Yes, but in the guard detail. I don't know shit about firing.
Well, at least it's some kind of experience.
I believe I might be of assistance, mes amis.
You've already helped quite enough, Frenchmen.
The Duc de Bourgogne, once, showed off such a bête lourde in Champmol. And I was there.
Is that so, Baron? Do you know how to handle it?
Oui. If I have a few strong men to assist me.
All right. Kubianka will go with you. If anything fucks up, we're counting on you to save our asses. The rest of us will lure the fortress garrison out, so we can cut them off. We'll split into two groups. Me and my men will cut the village off from the fortress. The second group will enter the village from the other side and cause mayhem. That'll be your job. Set fire to a haystack, make a racket. In short, anything that will lure the fortress garrison out into the open. You get me, Devil?
Oh, aye. A good old blood orgy. As soon as they stick their noses out, the trap falls.
And the rest will go like this. Listen up. Malashov is only a handful of cottages and a tavern. Fortunately, Kunzlin's fortress is a bit beyond the village.
Fuck. Looks more like a small castle.
Aye, it's well fortified. It's got a moat, 2 gates, and a big tower. That's where von Berghoff will be.
And don't forget the drawbridge and the secret passage.
Korytarz był zamknięty, byłem tam.
Aye, it's to be expected they'll seal off the passageway, so we have to get inside, over the bridge, and through the gate. You and Capon will deal with that, Henry. You two know it better from inside. Then, you'll let us in.
Damn. That'll be as hairy as the balls of St. Killian.
Aye, it won't be easy. But this isn't the first time for us. And besides, this time we've got artillery to back us up. We have to get to the tower whatever happens. And if it all works out, we'll drag von Berghoff right out of bed.
God willing, he'll be sleeping like a log.
And another thing, the Devil's Den is no longer safe. So after the attack, we'll pull back to Suchtal Fortress.
Any place better than that shithole.
You're right there.
Abbas, no doubt Peter Pisek will be delighted to welcome us.
He wants to fight Sigismund? Well, here's his chance. Especially since he missed the last skirmish with von Berghoff. Any questions?
What should I do?
You and Sam come with me. I need your youthful... zeal.
Everything is clear to me.
We're glad. Hitch up, men! Let's take advantage of the dark and get to Malashov before the cock crows.
kurva.
What the fuck?
Don't know whether he sprayed me with blood or piss.
What, are you mad? We were only supposed to stir things up.
What did you think we'd do? Get drunk with them?
Torch the village.
No prisoners.
Look, just wait a moment.
Ах ты ж сука. Что, всех колхозанов хочешь спалить? Нельзя ж так. Так же ж нельзя. Мы ж будем хорошими.
What is it, youngster? What's the problem?
Do we have to burn down the whole village?
What of it? Can't you carry out a simple task?
I don't know if...
Listen, Von Bergau's in that fortress full of men. When they see the fire, they'll run out to extinguish it. They won't be expecting us. I never put my men's lives on the line. Especially if I can have the element of surprise.
Ну я не буду вбивати невинних.
I won't murder innocent peasants, Devil.
What? Do you have kin in the village? Who the hell's got into you?
This is the way my family was killed. They massacred them. And why?
Curva, that's your problem. This is a war, and this is our plan for getting von Bergau. So if you want to do it your way, fine. You want to be a commander too? Let's see what you're made of then. I can't guarantee you'll survive, though.
А ты мне угрожаешь?
I can't give you any guarantee either.
I don't need one.
Hört auf! Hört auf, you madman!
Ja, watch yourself! Das ist Come on! You shot yourself! I can smell it from here!
Well, well. The bastard taught the devil to dance. So you won.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches.
Ах ты ж сука. Где ты это услышал? Где ж ты это услышал?
We'll let the turnip pullers live. Hope you know what you're doing.
Иштван то же самое
Let
говорит.
none of our fine fellows fall instead of the few damn peasants. Because that'll be all your fault.
What you gaping at? You never seen a man get his arse kicked before?
We'll do it the youngsters' way. The boring way.
Ловчий.
Leave him. Let him be.
Блин, а ловчий сейчас нас сдаст.
Muster up. We'll go round the village to get to Zizka. Nice and quietly.
Хотя бы так. Но он так подрался плотненько со мной. Но я правильно сделал все равно. Не, ну.
What's going on, Devil? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I had a bit of a disagreement with this brat here.
This is your plan? To burn down the village?
What of it? We're at war, if you hadn't fucking noticed.
There's innocent people there.
Do you think I don't know? But better them than us. They'd run for the woods before we started anyway.
Are you serious?
Sei Mishpoche, Freund. Sei Mishpoche.
It is the law of God. We are at war here, not those peasants.
Fuck this fucking shit. Well, it's too late to go back now.
But that fortress is still full of men.
There's another way to do this. I'll take care of the first gate. You'll have the element of surprise.
Fine, Henry. You've made your bed, now lie in it. But if any of us die today because of you, I'll gut you myself.
Fuck.
It's almost your time. You need to sneak quietly over the wall, youngsters.
It's still dark. That'll give us cover.
I'll go with them.
I appreciate it, but this is not for you.
Easy, Father. We're trying not to die here.
I'm giving them my best men. That'll have to do, friend.
I'd like to see what they look like.
Here I am, Kalani. We got leather. And other go ahead to check out fortress.
Good, Janosch. We'll take care of the drawbridge. And you, Henry, open up the first gate for Zizka.
And then we'll storm in there like a fox into a chicken coop.
I understand.
Погнали.
Let's go.
Exactly. Off you go. No time to waste.
Good luck, fellas.
Погнали.
Good. The rock isn't...
Так, сейчас. Выпиваем зелье. Выпиваем зелье.
So steep from this side, and the patrols are only on the eastern wall. Let's go, fellas.
Так. Проверяем наши приколы. Здоровье, живучесть, сила. Сила нужна максимальная. Все, залили зельями по самой не балуй. Должно быть все в порядке. Ну, черт нам, кстати, прописал неплохо. Я думаю, если мы в легкой броне были бы, он бы нас шотнул.
That is a good place. There? Really? Yeah, there. Nekafreyan do it already.
Yeah. Hey, just a moment.
Так. Ага, прям такой рассвет, да? На рассвете атакуют.
Henry, you go first. And look out for the guards.
Так, тут, наверное, имеет смысл даже переодеться.
A bit chill.
Alert! Alert!
Их двое. Как же это по стелсу сделать? Одного поймал, да, а с двумя будут проблемы.
I must be mad. Huh. Strange. To hell with it.
Чел меня не спалил, да? Блин, реально? Тут нету мирного пути, получается, да? То есть придется только драться. Ну ладно.
Eh? Huh. Strange. I must... Alert! Alert! Bastard! Bring it on, bastards! Ah, fuck that!
Ага. Мне не этот мост поднять надо, а другой. Все, я понял, я понял. Надо другой делать. Я не так понял, видимо, да? Или так? Відчиніть першу браму.
What's up? They attacked the castle! Damn
Не понял. Как меня спалили? Или оно по сюжету должно быть так, что меня по-любому спалят? По крайней мере, провала квеста не показывает. А ну, сейчас посмотрим. Вроде как по скрипту получается, да? Да, это по скрипту. Это по скрипту, скорее всего, проваливаем. Тут вряд ли получится по стелсу это пройти. То есть это по-любому не важно, типа, что бы я ни выбрал. Скорее всего, это провал. Можно даже ядики одеть. У меня там как раз много. Ну да, я, видимо, так и так не могу туда попасть. Так, хилка, хилка, хилка. Повязка.
Move the wagon closer. Come on, Cassandra. Quick! I'll cover you.
Are you going to open that gate?
Так, 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 так.
Now just to open that gate.
Открыли. Врятували малішов, вас не спіймали. Хорошо. Ага, все. Блин, а как стрелять? Не понял, короче. Ого. Пошла арта.
We can't take much more of this. Can't those idiots hit anything?
Give them time! They're all out of time!
Надо было реально арбалет взять. О. Пошла арта. Пошла арта. Нормально.
Let's go! Forward! To the top!
Так, живо хилится.
Let's go!
А, мне 0 хп. Вот это на хардкоре тут будет прям вообще жестко неподготовленному. Ну, хоть повязки взял, ладно. Так, где там хилка? Срочно.
Quick! Forward! Forward! Not a chance!
You're finished, white coat!
Him have it!
Блин, пить зелье на вот это вот ночное зрение было ошибкой.
Come to me, someone! I'm like a sin! I'll shoot you Slice him up! I'll kill you! Everyone take cover and wait for orders!
Someone get an axe and turn this fucking door into splinters!
Hey, fuck it! We have all...
What will we do now?
Everything's fucked. Von Berghoff is holed up in the tower. He has shooters there, and we're running out of time.
We'll have to parley with him.
Oi. We're not gonna give up now.
That's right. Let's go. we're going to have a nice little talk with the Royal Chamberlain. Hey, you! Up there in the tower! We want to talk!
Listen! Stop shooting!
Now we'll see what von Berghoff comes up with.
Fuck all! He's trapped!
Chamberlain, you are surrounded! I propose you honorably capitulate!
He doesn't have a drop of honor in him.
Ah! Would you give me one reason why I should do that, Pirkstein? I'm quite comfortable here. I will gladly wait for my allies in Kuttenberg to arrive. You can talk to them. Ah! And you're making a lot of noise. All that shooting you're doing must have been heard in the Hungarian camp.
Is there a point to any of this? I mean, we can avoid further trouble.
I agree. There is no point to any of this. And on top of everything, it is absolutely inappropriate in the presence of a noble lady.
Rosa Retard.
Lord Capon! Henry!
I don't know why we can't make a deal. Ransom would be a good solution for both sides.
How is that?
We'll get money and free the king, and you'll have time to change sides once things with Sigismund go to hell. And since you're our prisoner, you won't lose face in the eyes of your League of Lords or Sigismund. And you can still settle your differences with Wenceslas.
Damn it. All right.
Can you give me any guarantees?
Why, of course. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Your word, Bjergstein?
We're not barbarians, we're noblemen, Sir Otto. Your dead body would be worthless to us.
Ha! How sincerely simple, huh, Enoch? But yes, I can trust you. When it comes to ransom, you can always be counted
Вот и
on.
розочка,
Fine.
да?
But what will it be, Lord von Berkhoff? You can flatter the devil all you want later.
You have convinced me. You're right. It is not in the interest of the kingdom to wage a war against each other. On the contrary, by becoming allies, we can all gain, ensure peace, and liberate our king. Very well. Agreed. We are coming out.
Главное, чтобы сейчас Самуил его не зарезал. Вот это будет, конечно, неприятный момент. Потому что я его что-то не вижу в катсценах.
Ah, how fickle Lady Fortune is. First you're on top, and then you hit the bottom. Who would have thought back in the Barkov how things would turn out?
Come on. Move.
What? Did you think I'd have you tortured like you did to me?
Блин, я надеюсь, что Самуил его не убьет. Это ж все в пизду полетит.
Time to settle accounts.
Ой-ой-ой, что ты
We will
творишь?
pay for what you have done.
No! He's under my protection.
He's a murderer. He deserves to die.
Не надо,
Nobody's going to be killed here.
не надо, не надо. Проблем не берешься, чел.
Fuck, that was a blast. My skull's ringing.
The way that Brabant loaded last shot.
Oh.
He nearly blow his French ears off. It is wonder that Fop survived it. You got lucky today. You won't next time.
The finger of God is fucked, Otto. Sorry, that must have cost the king's ransom. Oh, my lady! Anyway, I think we're all
Так,
done here.
строит глазки.
We have what we came for.
Это хороший знак.
Load up the wounded, and anything of value, you're ready to leave.
Это хороший знак.
You go ahead. I'll just have a look around here.
All right, Henry. Take care.
А чё ты тут остаешься? О, чел. Настоящая антифа. Ссать на пушке. Так, надо запомнить, не надо пить эти зелья на ночное зрение. Ораторес. О, это, кстати, интересно. Тут не пройти. Надо, кстати, попробовать. Может быть, теперь можно будет пройти. Їде до Сухдола, да? Військовий меч. Ну, бомжи. Зачем мне их, типа, даже лутать? Ну, воин. Наши вроде все в порядке, да? Так, ладно, хорошо. Ну, нам, кстати, нормально так подрали голову. Вроде под всеми зельями, но настучали неплохо. В основном арбалетчики, конечно. Угу. Так, значит, пойдем сюда, да? В Старую Кутну. Посмотрим, что там у нас. Может, появился этот документ. Ну, точнее, лагерь, где документ спавнится. Аж интересно просто.
Hey, unless you want to end up the same way. Now you're gonna get it! You want to try me?
Не, ну это не серьезно, мужики, это такое типа разминочка. Это разминочка. О, еще и кость имбовая. Красиво. И собачки еда.
Look what I have for you.
Коня убили, сволочи. Засыпана копальня. Ну, давай сходим. Посмотрим. Ораторес. Блин, тут на латыни непонятно, что написано на самом деле. Кутногорський хліб, дрімлюга, свічка гроші. Поспати можна, да?
You almost made it. Tough luck.
А, чел пытался сбежать, да, но убила. Понятно. Понятно. Так, где там у нас? Дистань тейлейту командира. Значит, нам надо сюда. Посмотрим, появятся ли они там. Если нет, то просто каждый сюжетный квест смотреть. И, возможно, они когда-то появятся. если не будет полома. Так, я ему хотел отдать брунсвиковую попону. Все-таки мне кажется, что это самая пиздатая попона в игре. Не нашел еще применений конного боя, вот этих вот доспехов, как в первой части, это херня, которая дебафает лошадь в плане маневренности и скорости. Проще уже просто налегке кататься. Лошадку тут и так никто не бьет. Интересное местечко, кстати. Так, ну-ка, ну-ка. Так, военного лагеря тут все еще нету. Все еще нет военного лагеря, значит мы идем в Сухдоу. Ну, я думаю, что мы уже где-то, наверное, 80% игры прошли. Мне кажется, именно по основным квестам сюжетным где-то так. Недрух. И кто со мной драться будет? А, это мы в Апатовиці попали.
For glory!
Show your stuff! I've been waiting for you!
Так, чел, иди нахер. Ну, это же вот эти вот ебанаты.
You swine! Alert! John!
Burn in hell!
Ну, это жесткие челы. В принципе, у них и шмотки жесткие. Я думаю, мне уже просто деньги не нужны особо. Чтобы так думать, но оружие можно пособирать. Потому что вот эти вот вещи, ты их просто не попродаешь. Ну, всякие там эти можно продавать. Приколяться с оружиями. Ну, сейчас будет, я думаю, какая-то передышечка в виде болтовни. Еще помыться где-то. Как раз кузнец. Че, не такой уж уже сильный, да? Коваль, ну ладно. В принципе, не очень-то и хотелось. Ладно, пушки вообще себя не оправдали, полная хуйта. Слишком долго готовить выстрел. Надо было с луками идти. Можно капусточки съесть от папы. Капусточка имбалансная. Что там, как мужики дела?
What do you need, sir?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Так, и продадим тебе.
I'm glad you found one. How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out. And you were surprised.
Так, и еще Розиш надо отдать книжку, да? А, Розы нет у нас, да? Роза у нас еще не в Кутенберге, наверное. Да. Ладно, поговорим. Петро Сао.
I heard you're in need of money, friend.
Так, куда ж мне надо? Їдьте до Сурдова, щоб доучитися до решти.
I need to pay the tithe and give
Наверно,
something to
наверху.
the church for my
Пацаны.
father's requiem. Isn't it a bit early for that? It's ages till St. Wenceslas Day.
Нет. А где все?
I'm sorry. If I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year.
А где наши
Farewell,
пацаны?
friend.
О,
You're right. He must have.
ага, допит Бергова відбудеться завтра, да? Хорошо. Тогда мне поспать надо, да?
Good day to you. Excuse me.
Тогда надо поспать.
Down. May God give you help, sir.
Опа. Интересно, интересно.
Nice work! Nice work indeed. You saved the peasants but sent your own men to the slaughter. You like to keep your hands clean, but war is a nasty business. So who are you going to sacrifice for your conscience next? Your little Jew brother? Capon? Yourself? You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose. You learned nothing. You understood nothing. And yet I tried so hard. And yet we share the same fate. Lord! My family was slain too, by the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family. Of orphans. Well, of course you do have a father. Although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
My humble respects.
Silly doggy.
Grüß Gott.
How's it going, Captain?
Sehr interessant.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Zum Glück nicht. If you're looking for ein Fuschen, try your luck elsewhere.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
I'd like to know a few tricks with a halberd.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'd like to be more skillful with an axe.
Fine. Brave Köter.
Grüß Gott.
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov. I reckon it was a success, but I can't bring myself to feel happy about it.
What's done is done. The devil got his ass kicked, the peasants still have a roof over their heads, and if it weren't for you, half our men who are now rotting beneath the walls would still be breathing.
After what I went through in Skalitz, I couldn't just burn down people's homes.
Tell that to the dead. If only you'd let the devil do his job, there'd be a lot less of them. Look, I know you probably imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Bergov?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him, and you can join in.
Welcome to Sukdol, Lord von Bergov. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks. He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulifs, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and the Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotznov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I've only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborz.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them. No one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not?
Fuck.
We can't. Godwin, say something. You're a priest, after all.
You're right. Jesus. Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears.
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
All right. Let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
What if the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh? Since he's a priest.
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Ruthard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are going to town. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get to work.
Так, супроводьте пану... Пані Розочка.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Van Bergov's people came to Ruthard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
You can try. When we free your father, Ruthar Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Ruthar Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
One more thing. Do you remember how I asked you to bring me my book from Malashov?
Well, how about that? I almost forgot. Here it is.
I'd lost all hope. Thank you. You carried it for quite a while. In that time, I would have read it twice over. Did you at least peruse a few of the pages?
Oh, sure. I read a little.
And what did you think?
While reading it, I thought the writing style seems familiar.
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying. Most of it was boring drivel.
I can imagine. A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the rest of your life.
Waste of time, right?
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did.
Опа.
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I can't right now. Come back another time, all right?
Конечно. Так. Значит, надо поехать с Розой, да?
What did you think of von Bergov's interrogation?
Oh, well, no blood was spilled. Nobody got tortured, and Otto kept all his fingers. So if you ask me, it went nice and peacefully.
Isn't it strange how von Bergov suddenly bends over backwards to help us?
Not really. He's a selfish fucker who goes where the wind blows in his favor. Actually, I kinda like that about him.
Is there any chance we could actually pull off this robbery?
Only if everybody does what they're told. You included.
I thought that was water under the bridge.
I'd love to forget that beating, believe me. But the body gets old, and every new wound takes longer to heal than the one before.
Now you sound like some grandpa with one foot in the grave.
Watch that grandpa doesn't tickle your belly with a knife in the night, you cheeky bugger. But hey, let bygones be bygones. Actually, it's a good thing we didn't have to slaughter those dung grubbers. But now you have to listen to your elders and betters. Got it?
But what if the plan falls apart?
I won't lie. There's a very high chance some things will go belly up. And if it does, we'll all be praying for a quick death.
Have you and Zizka thought about what you're gonna do with the Italian court silver?
I'm not planning that far ahead. First we'll have to steal it, and then get out alive. I'll think about how many rounds of beer and wenches it'll pay for when I'm sitting on top of it somewhere safe.
What will happen to von Bergov now?
What do you think? He'll stay here. Pisek will watch him and keep him company. Well, he may not be as pretty as Rutard's daughter, but he could get some more useful information out of him.
What will you do when me and Lady Rosa go to town?
We need to fix ourselves up. We've got some wounded to take care of. We also need to work out some details of our plan.
Such as?
That Rutard passageway will help us. But it's only the first step. We need to know how the court runs, and then what we'll load the silver onto, and where we'll take it. And, just in case, we need to know escape routes from the town. Aren't we making a mistake?
Do you also find it strange how quickly von Berghoff turned his coat and started helping us?
Indeed I do, but there are several likely explanations. The king's position in the country is even more precarious than we thought, and his allies are leaving him in ever greater numbers.
But what would von Berghoff stand to gain if Sigismund returned to Hungary?
That I do not know, and I fear the day we find out, because if I know one thing about Otto, it's that he never acts recklessly.
Do you really believe our plan can succeed?
You'll need a big dose of luck, but I think it might just work. Normally, careful preparations would be underway by now, arranging for the silver to be split up and moved to several locations, various safety measures, evaluation of all possible risks, but we don't have time for that.
What are we going to use Sigismund's silver for?
Don't count your chickens before they've hatched, lad. If you really do get your hands on the silver, you need to get away with it first. As far as possible. Margrave Jobst will find some use for it later. Or do you have any other suggestions?
If we have a chance to raise an army against Sigismund, we should spend the whole lot on it.
Yes. I think Jobst will share your opinion. And hopefully, it'll be enough.
And what if our plan fails?
Then you will have to hide or defend yourself. King Sigismund will not let something like that go unpunished. You'll either have to flee across the border, or count on influential allies. And if not influential, then at least strong. I'll also be punished, of course. I'll lose my keep, my estates, my position, and finally, maybe even my life.
We better try our damnedest then, when everything's at stake.
Yes, that will be a wise approach.
Lady Rosa seemed right at home during von Bergoff's interrogation.
That she did. She really is her father's daughter. She has her late mother's beauty. God grant her eternal peace. But she really got her personality from Kunzlin. Had she been born a boy, Rutard would have had an heir other men could only dream of.
How does von Bergoff seem to you? He's not nearly as threatening now.
W dupie mam Bergowa. Ale ta dzierlatka, którą ukrywał w wieży, jest warta grzechu. Piękna, młoda, wzór cnót niewieścich. Gdy jednak zaciągniesz się do wyrka, to będziesz rad, że dożyjesz rana. To widać od razu.
She Ruthard's daughter, you pig. No hostage. She on our side.
Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją przecież oswobodzili. Jeśli jest dobrze wychowana, to miałaby się nam wszystkim odwdzięczyć.
Is he talking about Rosa?
He just say she is a very fine lady. No more.
You've lived through more battles than I have. What do you think about Malashov?
I won't lie. There were moments when I was ready to meet my maker. But in the end, I was amazed how he turned.
devil wanted to make things simpler for us.
So I heard. And I also heard what you did.
It was nothing, really.
If you say so. But I'm glad to see you still got that boy from Skalitz.
Aye! Who are you calling a piece of rubbish?
Not.
How'd you feel?
What did you say?
How do you feel?
C'est terrible, mon ami. When the cannon flew apart, I thought we were done for. I am alive. But I feel like all my bones have been ground to dust.
Kubienka doesn't look too worse for wear.
Because I took the force of the blast for the both of us. I pushed him aside at the last moment.
Aha. How did you know that the cannon was about to burst?
Intuition, mon ami.
God, my mouth is watering.
Did you and Capon make up?
I do not see any reason to.
Well, you didn't expect us to let you murder von Berghoff, did you?
Pah, he would have deserved it, noble or not.
He's worth far more to us alive.
More than the people from our village who died in the Gezerah? That is some chutzpah, my friend.
I understand. I've been through the same when Skalitz was burned to the ground. People I've known all my life died there.
Then tell me, how would you feel to have revenge within your grasp, only for Capon to show up and say, "No, no, bad Henry, you cannot do that"?
Now, of course I'd be pissed off. But there's a lot more at stake here than some personal grudge.
I reckon that whoreson is sitting on his shinken in one of the finest chambers too. I am fucking thrilled.
What do you think of Rosa Ruthard? Never met a girl like her before.
What do I know? She's a Schickse, so not for me. She's quite comely, but a bit too smart for her own good. A man has to be wary of those, or else he will end up like Adam did with Lilith. Think of the poor fellow who will have her for a wife one day.
Это, кстати, будем мы. Если я так прикинул, почему бы и нет?
Did you hear what was arranged with von Berghoff?
Мне нравятся варианты даже интереснее.
Is there something you don't like about the plan?
Don't like? You lot have gone mad. First, you bring von Berghoff here in shackles. Then you let him put a flea in your ears about how to outsmart the king? And now you want to walk right into his people's clutches? Have you taken leave of your senses, for Christ's sake?
You make it sound like things were different before with Zizka.
You bet your ass it was different. He didn't act like a fool, and only took actions that could actually succeed.
What do you think about Malashov? You were damn lucky.
More like the people in the village were damned lucky. I'm glad you talked the devil out of burning it down.
Well, it took a bit more than talk.
It takes guts to stand up to Hinnek. But to beat him? My lord.
Do you think he'll want revenge?
You humiliated him in front of his own men. It can't be ruled out. You'd better keep an eye on him. Or go and have it out with him, straight up.
Any idea what'll happen next?
Another madcap scheme, most likely. What else? That's all we ever seem to do, in case you hadn't noticed.
Well, you've got to do something crazy occasionally if you want to achieve big things, don't you?
That's right. Occasionally.
Так, что-то мне подсказывает, что мы... Ага, я тут помолиться не могу, да? Молитвенник, да? А что тут у нас? Книжки. Рецепт зелья, кстати, интересно. Годвин. Помолиться пришел, да? Мгм.
You silly doggy.
Пацаны. Фартовать идут. А где наша девочка? Так, ну ладно. Видимо, завтра попробуем как раз тогда это и пройти. Времени у нас в обрез, как нам сказали. Поэтому книжку отдали. Поэтому нету такой возни особо. Осталась карта сокровищ, лагерь военных, да, где документ надо достать. И вроде так понятно все. Это уже будет завтра.